And then did you realize, oh, it's already January 11th and I didn't fully commit to them? So I've actually been doing pretty good with it this year, but there have already been moments where I've had to be like, oh my gosh, check yourself and go back and realize and recommit. Remember what you committed to. All right. So today, this is what we're going to be talking about, how to actually set goals and set a system for yourself so that you can stay committed and make sure that those goals actually really happen. Right. It's funny to me how every single year, always, New Year's happens. And then everybody's all geared up with their, new workout plan, new business plan, all these things. And I love it that the turning of the year, that one little flip of a number is such a collective thing for the whole world to come together and be like, yes, this is happening. We're all making a change together. And I also want to recognize that you can actually do that at any time, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm super stoked about it. It's a fresh start, and it doesn't matter whether it's New Year's or not. You can do this at any time. Okay, my name is Mahoney. I love being with you here at Belive TV. Hello, I see some of you, your little faces down there here. We're at Belive TV on Twitch, which is so fun. I haven't been back on Twitch in a couple weeks because of the holidays. I took some time off, which was great, but it is awesome to be back. I would love to see your comments down there. The comments in the little chat section. I'm actually going to pull this up on my phone. I'm going to pull it up on my phone, and I'm going to find us there so I can make sure everything is working out. Today, we're talking about how to set a new, fresh start so that you can actually achieve your goals, which is so awesome, right? If this is your first time here with us, or if this is like your bajillionth time here and you've never tried Belive TV, check it out. If you comment, it went away. If you comment below, my fingers are frozen because it's really cold outside. If you comment below with the command, which is that little exclamation point and the word Belive, our Belive bot will send you a trial of Belive TV, which is super cool. And if you'd like to join us on our Discord channel, you just have to comment with the exclamation point and Discord. If you don't know what Discord is, it's a really awesome, platform where you can connect with other Belivers, other Twitch streamers. If you're new to Twitch, it's a really great way to get questions answered. There's so many cool things that you can do here on Twitch. So I love it. All right, I'm clicking on this little link so that I can make sure we are going properly. All right, and hello, I'm going to chat myself. Hi. Well, let's see, we're getting an ad. Okay, perfect. It looks like we're working and I'm on the right page. Sometimes I worry that I'm streaming on the wrong page. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to talk about your goals. So first of all, you have to actually set a goal, right? Like there has to be something that you're working towards. So we're going to talk about the way to set that goal, then what to do after you've set it so that you can achieve it. This show is a show that we are now going to be doing every single Friday at 9 a.m. It's a new time for us. The show is called Monetize Your Life. And so I am a live streaming expert. I'm also a business coach, and I love to help people to use their live videos to make real dollars, like money that people can throw their credit cards at your face. So this is so important because if you set a goal and you don't actually do the steps to get there, and then you get towards the end of the time when your goal is supposed to have happened, and you look back and you're like, what happened? So I'm going to help you to get to the place where you're not going to do that. You're going to be like, yes, I actually made my goal happen. People are throwing the credit cards at my face. Okay. Perfect. Our sound is working. And I really like this to be a conversation. So if you're here and you feel like actually commenting with us, that would be awesome. Okay. I'm going to do one more thing and pull up our Twitch channel here. Oops. I put twitch.iv. That's not going to work. Twitch.tv. Awesome. Okay, so before we get into the actual steps that we're going to go through, I want you, before you actually even think about having a goal, what I want you to do is think about your big rocks. Hello, thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Emma. I'm glad that you're here. I'm always like, hello. lurkers out there. I see that you're there. We can see you're there. Hooray. Yay. Tamar, I love you. You guys, Tamar has been live streaming for quite some time now, and she just launched a program, which is so cool, a paid membership group, which I'm so stoked about. Tamar, I have some ideas for you actually too. I'm gonna send them to you. Okay, so so before you set your goal, I want you to get those big rocks in there, because here's what happens. And maybe I'm alone in this. I would love the comment, you're not alone, if you have ever felt this way. But up until last year, I think, what would happen for me is I would set a goal. The steps that it would take to achieve that goal would then fill my calendar. Actually, I could say last year, and I'm going to tell you, I had a huge, major flub up with this just about a month ago. I would say it was actually December 9th when this all came down, when I realized I have a big goal. I had something in my calendar. In February, I was supposed to be gone for a whole week at a really amazing conference where I was going to be featured as a content creator, podcaster who would be like on stage leading mastermind groups, this whole thing. I had signed a contract, and I realized that it was the same exact week that both of my kids, Charlie, Frankie, they're 4, 7, and my husband, were all going to be doing a show together. They're doing a production of Crazy for You. So my husband's actually in the show also. And I didn't have that big rock in my calendar. I knew it was happening in my head. I take my kids to rehearsal every Monday, but I had not put that big rock in. So I had completely double booked myself and had, like, for me, I knew through the boundaries that I've set, the family had to come first, but it was a really amazing opportunity. And I felt like a super big jerk for having to call and back out of this thing that I had like signed a contract that I was going to do. After I did that, I also realized that it was during my kids' winter break. So they were also going to be completely out of school. So I planned on literally leaving my husband for a week with 2 kids out of school while he's playing bass in a show that they are both performing at, and they are 4 and 7 years old. So clearly that would not work, right? So for me, it's family that I have to get in there, and some other important things that you want to make sure that you assess your own life, what's important, right? And know your priorities at that point. So Cindy, So last year, you're so right. She says a month ago is indeed so last year. So really good point. I was telling the exact truth. That was like, as much as I've reset boundaries and stuff, it was such a huge wake up call to me, because I really thought I had made these changes. And for the most part I have, but it was like such a glaring smack in the face. Like, how did you miss this? Okay. So promise me you'll put the big rocks in first. If you've never heard of the term big rocks, the reason they say this is big rocks is that we, who is it? Is it Stephen Covey? I think it's Stephen Covey. So he talks about how if you have a jar and you want to put you have big rocks and little rocks, right? So the big rocks are the things that are super important. The little rocks are the things that are not quite as important. If you put all the little rocks in first, there's no way the big rocks are going to fit. But if you put the big rocks in first, you can let the little rocks sift around it and you'll be able to fit much more. Okay, so that's that. The next thing is, ooh, by the way, especially if you're new to Twitch, because I know we have lots of people coming from other places to our Twitch channel, which is so fun. Did you know you can share this? See, if this is valuable for you, if you have clients or team members or friends or community members, audience members in your community that you would like to share this with, you can actually share this. And let me show you how. So if you're on your phone, I'm going to show you right now. If you're on your phone, this is like, you'll see the video like this. When you click on it, there's that little share button. So you just click the little share button, and then you can actually copy the link, right? Or you can actually share it to different platforms as well, I believe, right? Share to, so you just click share to, and then you can share it to other places, which is really cool. So I am going to do that right now, and I'm going to put it on my personal page. We are live on Twitch. Whoops. Let's do it together. Twitch. I put Twixt, Twitch, talking. Oh my gosh. Goals and how to actually stay committed. Okay. I put stay commuted. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay, perfect. Ha. Anyway, that's kind of fun too. Okay, so first of all, you want to set your big rocks in there. Okay, so then now we're coming to the goal setting. You're gonna set a goal. Everyone has different opinions about how to do this. I will explain to you how I do this, and then you can decide for yourself whether you want to set an 18-month goal, a year goal, whatever, a 90-day goal, all of this. You're going to start with, I suggest, a year-long goal. From that year-long goal, you're going to chunk it. So you're going to chunk it down to 90 days. So we start with a year and then chunk it down. Like, what do you want to see if you know by the end of this year? So let's just say our goals out together. So if this is your goal with your live streaming, if it's your goal with your business, if it's your goal with your health goals, whatever it is, set your goal and put it down in the comments below. Okay. You're going to set that goal. It could be revenue based. You want it to be like a SMART goal, right? So you want it to be trackable of some sort. And for now, since we're at the beginning of the year, we're going to say like, okay, let's set it by the end of the year. So we're going to do that, right? Set that goal. And then we're going to chunk it down to 90 days. And so you're going to set from now until 90 days from now, what do you actually want to see happening? Oh my gosh, I love it. Hey, Kate, it's so good that you're here. Kate, can you help me? Thank you. Okay, so you have your 90-day goal. From there, you're actually going to chunk that down into 2-week goals. And what's so important about this is that I'm sorry, I will help you, Kate. I mean, I'll help myself. I'll figure it out. So what's so important is that Kate, just stay there. You're totally good. I think I actually got it. You can like help me to see. Okay. So what's so important is you have to be able to track this. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But if you're not tracking it and if you wait to track it until it's too late, then that becomes a problem, right? Okay. So let's have a little chat. We have like a couple of rules in my community that are the same rules in the same rules here in Belive, which is if you're a jerk, which you're clearly being a jerk by using language like that on our channel, we're going to ban you. And so it's going to be really fun. And since I am new to Twitch, I'm not always 100% sure how to do that, but I think I'm going to figure it out right now. So I got it. Bye, Bolt. I did it. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. I'm going to go with, I'm sorry. I'm like not the best at dealing with this right away. And so we're going to do that. And then, I tried to like set myself up to be able to really handle it. I think I got it. Okay. So we're going to chunk those goals down into 2-week goals. And then from that 2-week place, we can actually start to track what's happening. Because if you wait till the end of the 90 days to do some sort of review, it's not going to work. Right. So you want to say for yourself, and this is something that I got from Todd Herman, who is amazing. Okay. Thank you. Blessings, Mama. Okay, the other thing that I'm a like lazy cow, you may need to like watch your face and maybe have to get out of here also, but I can't because I'm looking at this right here. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so it's actually like the most boring, ridiculous thing to see that we actually have people who do this as humans. Like, what are you doing? So let's go back to focusing on what's important. And I guess it means like, you know, if you don't have trolls, if you don't have haters, yeah, Milk, don't worry about it. I got it, I think. Thank you, Blessing Mama. Okay. I'm on it. Okay, so if you're not tracking the goals, and so this is from Todd Herman, who has an amazing program called the 90-Day Year that I've done several times. And what you want to do is you want to have this so we're chunking our goals. You want to have this 2-week sprint. So at the end of the 2-week sprint, you're going to go back and look over and see what worked and what didn't. I put all these tips together in order, and this is actually super cool. With Belive, you can do an agenda. And let me show you. I'm going to share my desktop screen so that you can see. Check it out. I'm going to share my screen. And then, So this is what it looks like back here. And I have this huge agenda, but then I realized as I was writing the agenda, I had it all in order, like see it. And then I realized that I actually kind of wanted to jump around. So just know we're going to jump around. The numbers on my tips might be a little out of order, but we got it. Also, if you're live streaming and you're not using Belive, maybe you're using Post-it notes or something like that to stay on track. But if things like this happen where people come on and decide to say rude things, it makes it so much easier when you have an agenda that you can go back to stay on track. Oh, I'm going to just tell you. So if you want access to Belive and you've never used it before, just comment with !Belive and it will get that for you. And we'll get you a free trial of Belive, which is super cool. Okay, so after you set your goal, you're going to set your goal and you're going to divide it up into the chunks. So you haven't actually started implementing yet. This is, let's say, like next month, you decide, oh my gosh, I set my goal at the turn of the year and I didn't do anything about it. Guess what? You get to decide if you want to do this again. It can happen right away. You don't have to wait for New Year's. You don't even have to wait till the end of the month. I think it's cool that we have these conventional things like weeks or months that we can like go to this point and then we can go to the next point and have a reset, which can feel good, but you can set a reset anytime you want. One thing that comes up, which I'm going to address, is when you're looking at your calendar, sometimes especially you've put those big rocks in there, you're looking at your calendar and you're like, yeah, so I have this goal and I figured out what I need to do to get there, but there's no space for it in my calendar. So what I have found is so super helpful. I got this from my friend Diane Halfman. You're going to go ahead by like 3 weeks and set it there. So if you see that you have space 3 weeks ahead, you can start it then. If you don't have the space now, don't freak yourself out. Ooh, awesome. I love it. Okay, don't freak yourself out. And let me see if I can do this. Just let yourself know. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know how to add you. I don't know how to mod you. Malk, you're the best ever. You guys, Malk is my resident Twitch. Oh, mod user. I put the little lightning bolt. Okay, let's do this as a little Twitch tutorial too. So I'm bringing this back in. Thank you. We're going kind of off topic, but we're learning all together. So cool, which I love. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to, oh, see, I can do this. I can just type that. Okay, well, let's look at this also. If I go here, can I click this? It says mod user. I think I can. I'm going to try it and see what happens. So I'm actually on our Twitch page right here. So this is how I blocked earlier as well. For those of you who want to know how to do this on Twitch. Or I know there's also, so I was trying to do ban. Let's talk about it while we're here going into the zone of, it's like the Matrix because we're seeing so many of these. How do we ban people on Twitch, Malk? I love you and I'm so grateful. You guys should all go follow Malk. This is a team effort. It's so good. Because I know we talked about this, that it's !ban, but then do I do underscore and then the person's name, or how do I actually do it? I'm not sure. Oh, and does this mean the little sword means that she's a moderator, that she's got her back. I love it. Okay, and for you, anyone else? So Blessings Mama, I'm not going to ban Blessings Mama, but what I would do is I would click here and then click on the little exclamation, or the little 3 dots right there, the ellipsis, and then you can block that way, right? So cool. Okay. We are back on track. Okay. Thank you. The circle thing with the line through it. Yes. I thought there was a command for banning as well, but it's okay. We're good. Awesome. Thank you, Cindy. You're amazing. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So back on track. So we've chunked our goal. Now, what we're going to do after that is claim it. I have a super crazy story. Oh my gosh, we're so far in time already. So I have a super crazy story about something that happened yesterday. And I want to tell you this story because, dude, it has been proven to me over and over and over again how important this is. This year, for me, has been a year of like setting boundaries, handling the trolls when they come up, and not wasting our time, like getting back into forward movement and really claiming what you want, claiming what you love, claiming what you deserve in this world as if it's already your own, so that you don't have to set this goal. And then when you're approaching a goal with the mindset of like, oh, I have to work so hard to make this happen, rather than approaching it from like, you know what, this is already happening. Like, and engaging with that thought process and that mindset all the time. So yesterday I was at my networking event that I go to once a month at the eWomen Network. If you're a member of the eWomen Network, whether you're a man or a woman, we have both. Let me know. Say EWN in the chat. So, oh my gosh, Milk, these earrings are actually part of it. She just said, I love these earrings. Okay, look. So some of you know I have an amazing community called the Mall Stars. I have a marketing membership program called the Mall Stars. And so I'm totally obsessed with stars. Look, I even have stars up here too. What? My little stars. And I have a star tattoo. It's like my thing. And these earrings have something to do with it, actually. So my friend Luz gave me these yesterday. So yesterday we had a speaker and she was like, she was talking about how she said that we have 30 thoughts every second, which is crazy, right? And so it's about identifying the thoughts and the feelings that stop us from actually moving forward towards our goal. So you may have seen someone do this at an event before. And if you haven't ever seen someone do it, I might be giving it away, but so pretend like it's a surprise. Okay, so she's speaking at the event and she's talking about how, setting our goals. She had everybody write, which would be awesome if you wanted to post this down here. So she had everybody write on, she wrote actually on a board. She had my friend Vaughn do it, but she wrote on this board, what are your goals? She was like, tell me what your big crazy goal is. So first of all, when she asked, what are your goals? Nobody said anything. And she said, like, if one thing could happen next year, anything was possible. One thing could happen next year. What would it be? Nobody said anything. Like, we're so afraid to claim what we actually want, which is where this next tip comes in, which is claim it. So everybody's silent. I'm standing in the back. I was recording her and I was like, I want to do $2 million in sales next year, right? Which is a big goal. Like, we have not done 1 million. So that's a big goal. But I'm like, if I'm going to claim it, that's what I want next year. So, excuse me. So I say, that's what I want. So then it like unlocked this thing where people started claiming. One person said, I want to be on Ellen. Somebody else was like, I want to finish my book, all these different goals. So claim your goal right now in the chat. So all these different goals are popping up. And then she's like, okay, so we're going to talk about some of the things. She goes into some things that stop us from achieving our goals. And then she grabs this. I don't have anything to use as an example. She grabbed a $20 bill. She held it up in the air and she said, who wants this $20? And some people raised their hand. Most people just sat there and didn't do anything. I was like, oh, this is good. I've seen somebody do this before because I've seen it at an event. And then it was funny because it took me like 5 seconds, not 5 seconds, maybe 1 or 2 seconds to realize like, wait a minute, she's doing this right now and she's giving away this $20. And around the same time, my friend Marcia realized as well. So Marcia starts running for the front of the room. I was way behind her. So I start chasing after Marcia. And I actually, if I had probably gone a little bit slower at the very last minute, I would have had better aim and I could have grabbed the $20. So like Marcia and I both went in for it right at the same time, like, yeah, almost grabbed it. And so Marcia got it. And I was like, so close. But it was funny to me to realize I knew what she was doing, but it still took at least a few seconds before I went up and actually went for the money. So we're like, okay, yeah. So we sit back down. Then we have this whole big thing about how everybody shared what was going through their mind, why they didn't get up to get it, all of this. Most people said something like they were asking for permission before they actually could have the money. And so while you don't want to go rob someone, right? There are things that we need to respect. What are you asking permission for? A lot of times when we're waiting to actually act on our goal, it's because of fear or it's because we're afraid of what someone else is going to think. And really, if you have a goal and you're claiming it, then just do it, right? Map out the steps and we'll go through the rest of this. But the biggest piece that I see happening, stopping people from their goals, I have an amazing private coaching program called GLAM, which is Go Live and Monetize. And the biggest thing that has shifted our program is mindset work. So we focus on revenue, visibility, systems, impact, so that you can really make a difference. You can use your live videos to actually bring in real dollars and to really make a difference in the world. But if your mindset is not in the right spot, it's not going to happen, or it's going to take a lot longer to get there. So we have claim it. So here's what happened. We're at the end of the meeting. I'm sitting next to my friend Claudia. And this necklace that I'm wearing right now, I don't know if you can see it. My friend Diana has an amazing jewelry, like diamonds and fancy jewelry store. And she's our chapter president. And she always so graciously donates like really nice, pricey jewelry that I wouldn't, and I'm not one to like buy jewelry like that. So it's always cool to see like the fun stuff that she does. I'm not always into jewelry like that actually, but this one, I cannot believe how long I've had this cough. Okay, but this one, I wear a lot of black and white, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that is mine. So I said that piece is mine. So I bought 2 raffle tickets. I put the 2 raffle tickets in. I didn't put my name on them, which I usually do. I put the raffle tickets in, and I said to Claudia, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go as soon as she says, okay, who wants this? Because they do that at raffles. Who wants this? I'm gonna go up there and claim it as my own. So she says, who wants this? And I like get up and I march right over to the thing, and I said, it's mine. And everyone kind of laughed, and Diana's like, get away. You can't actually take it. We're pulling the raffle ticket. And I was like, I know, but it's mine. She like full belief that it was mine. She goes to take the raffle tickets out, and she's like, oh, it's a no-name ticket. And I had my 2 tickets, and I said, I know, because it's mine. Like fully believing it. She goes to read. You can see that I'm wearing the necklace, so you know what happened. But she goes to read the ticket, and she's like 7924. And I was like, holy shiitake mushrooms. It's totally mine. I freaked out, like tackled her. Everybody was like, what? It was like the perfect, most awesome, crazy thing. Then, so we were all laughing, and Claudia was like, I can't believe it. Right. And then I sat down and I said, I can't believe it. And she's like, if you can't believe it, I will believe it for you. And she took the necklace from me, and I was like, no, you're right. I can believe it. So give me an I can believe it if you're ready to really claim your goal. And like deep within you, know that it's possible. It might be difficult along the way. You're going to have to come up with, fun, crazy paths to get there. I'm sure there's going to be moments where it's like, oh, what is this really what I want to be doing? But if you believe in this goal and this is something that you know is possible, give me an I believe it in the chat. Okay, so that's like the last. Oh, and then right after that, so Malk was saying that she likes my earrings. Right after that, my friend Luz comes up and she's like, oh my gosh. And so she's like, Molly, I've had this for you forever. I keep telling you that I have it for you and keep forgetting to give it to you. And they were these earrings, which I'm like, oh my gosh, all of the things are coming at me right now. I'm so stoked. Like it is. And that's not the first thing that's happened this year in that way. And I was talking to the speaker about it afterwards, and she said, it's retraining our brain to trust that those things are really true, that we really can believe it, right? I love it. Yes, I can believe it. I can believe it. I do believe it. I love it. Listening Mama, thank you. Great story. She says, I can believe it. So good, right? So good. So if you're streaming here on Twitch and you have the ability to get cheers, I don't know if you know what cheers are, but it's the little bits. So you can purchase bits here on Twitch. When you purchase those bits, you can actually send them as cheers. And each cheer is I think it's worth about a penny. If Malk is still here, can confirm that. So it's not like a huge influx of money, right? But the first time that I had never received a cheer before, and the first time I received a cheer here, I was so like, yes, this is possible. And I love that Twitch unlocks that type of energy in us, that we really do see how people can throw credit cards at our face, even if it's in the form of a penny. Right? It's so cool. So I love that about Twitch. And then we can track it here on the backside too, which is really fun. Okay. Yes, 1 bit is approximately 1 penny. Thank you. Okay. So you've set your goal, and then you've chunked your goal, right? Down into at least 90 days and 90 days and 2-week sprints, which is what Todd calls it. Okay. So look, check it. How do I show? Malk cheered with 1 bit. Okay. So can I tell you? Oh, I can't get it to go on the screen. Ta-da. Okay. But I have it. I see that Malk cheered with 1 bit, which is so awesome. So can I tell you something? When I decided to talk about cheers and bits, I also, in my heart, I said, I fully believe in my head, in my heart, to myself, I fully believe that someone's going to cheer me on this show. And it happened. It's so cool. Okay. And the trick is, so we're going to track it. Which means at least every 2 weeks, we actually have a week sprint that we set up for our glam clients, where there's this giant spreadsheet everybody has for the 90 days. They set what their goal is. And here's the thing. Every single week, we hound them if they don't remember to do it, to track the things that are the steps towards their goal. So for us, we're tracking several different things. And this is, the spreadsheet actually is something that I got from my coach, Adam Urbanski, but then I adjusted it a little bit because I wanted to track even a few more things. So we track how many, I call them, I have this showstopper business formula, which is you have to have billboards, which are things that you're putting out into the world, letting people know that you actually exist. You have to have a box office, which is a place for people to pay you, like with Cheers, right? You have to have a box office, like a payment processor. Which Tamar, that's the one piece I want to talk to you about even more, just so you know, because Tamar, you're doing so well with all of this, but I think that box office piece for you can be fine-tuned a bit. Okay, so you have a billboard, you have a box office, and then you have the actual show. So since we're talking about live streaming, the show is not like this. The show is what you're actually delivering to your clients or your members or your subscribers, right? So we have a thing for how many billboards are you doing every week? Because if you're not showing up and letting people know, hey, this is me, this is what I have to offer, this is how the awesome expertise that I have, this is the energy that I put through the world, nobody's going to find you, right? So we track how many of those billboards did you do every week? We track how many leads came in every week. So it could be in the form of new subscribers. It's different for everybody. New subscribers, it could be new people who actually say, I want to get on a call. It could be new email subscribers. It could be new followers, whatever. Different for every single person, right? I love it, Julie. Julie says, I definitely believe it. So good. Okay. So new leads. Then we also track new calls. And that can be, so for me, actually the last, I'd say like 5 people that we've welcomed into our GLAM program, which is a hefty investment. It's a year-long program. I think the last 5 people, I've not gotten on a call with anyone, which I know seems like different. And it's a 5K investment. So it's like not 5K, it's whatever. I'm not going to say okay. I'm just going to say right now, the price might even go up, but right now for our GLAM program, it's $10,000 for the year. So I was going to say 5-digit. My brain didn't work, but we're talking about money. So even I get uncomfortable talking about money sometimes. It's a $10,000 investment. And we haven't even gotten on a call because I've put out so many billboards. I've built that relationship. And then in a chat, we can confirm all the details, right? I think there was one person out of the last 5 who said she wanted to get on a call just to make sure. Totally fine. But so what we're tracking really is that sales conversation. So if you have something that you're offering, it could be in the form of like an actual video where you're offering like a webinar, right? So you want to track how many of those actual offers you're making. It doesn't have to be in an actual phone call, but for some people, that's what it is. Okay. And then you're also going to track the conversions. How many people said yes to your offer? And then we have little percentages in our spreadsheet that tracks it. But for you, like I could actually take my computer and show you, because for me, I had a hard time figuring out how, when I first really went hardcore into growing my business, I knew I needed to track this stuff, but I didn't know how to track it and where to track it. So there's a photo in my hallway that has a glass frame, as most photos do. It's a quote. What does the quote actually say? It's something I should go look at it, but it's something, I'll post a picture on my personal Facebook page later today. Okay. So it's a quote that, and for those of you that don't know even who I am, my name's Molly Mahoney. So Mahoney. You can find me on my personal Facebook page. Okay. So if on this quote of the Buddha that was something like, what you believe happens, or something like that, I started tracking my sales with a dry erase marker on that thing. So every week, every day, whatever the sales were, I would track them there. And then in the bottom of it, which is still kind of there, and this was like several months ago, on the bottom, I had my weekly sales at the very bottom. Now my team is like on it for me, and we get reports all the time back of what our sales actually are. But I'm just saying that like you can literally track this however you want. It can be on Post-it notes. I don't care, but you have to track it. I love having it in a spreadsheet so that you can go back and look at it really easily. Okay, so you're tracking it. And as you start to track, you want to get clearer and clearer about an actual system. So this is why we have the billboards, box office, and the actual delivery of your product. It's also why we've set non-negotiables. The more that you do this, the more that you put things out. For us, we have crazy clear non-negotiables that have to go into your calendar if you actually want to see the result that's happening. Now, I'm mainly referring to building a business and using live stream as a way to bring in new potential clients, build a community. But for anything that you're doing like this, it could be health related. It could be simply the idea of getting a live stream show going for some people is overwhelming. I really focus on things that are easy, like Belive, where you just click go live and then it's magic. I have a music stand in the corner of my office. Like, this is my door. It drives my husband crazy because he can't come in my office. But it doesn't have to be difficult. I have a microphone. Ta-da! But you have to figure out your own system for you so that it's not a huge big ordeal every single time. Because what happens is you make a big deal about it and then you don't do the things because you have excuses or reasons to not actually do the things that are important and going to move you closer to your goal. So you have to cut the crud and streamline, which is, like I said, a reason that I love Belive, because I just put it straight into here. And people are like, oh, doing a live show is such a huge amount of work. No, it doesn't have to be. You can be a little fancier, like Malk. Clearly, I believe, I might be wrong, but clearly Malk, it looks like you're using an external camera because she has an awesome set behind her. And there's like depth, and you can see that it's a little blurry in the back. It's like a DSLR, I think. Malk, am I right with that? Right? You can do that. I've noticed anytime I use a fancier camera, I'm crazy and I like move too much. And so the focus on the camera is like, whoa, Molly's moving too much. So I would need an actual camera person to stand there and like keep track of me, right? You're just using a Logitech? Shut it. It looks so good. I was looking at it today. Oh my gosh. I have a Logitech that I use sometimes, but so truth be told, I go for the most simple thing ever, but this is a secret that I've not announced anywhere on social media, but I'm moving and we're going to have we're turning the master bedroom in our new house into a recording studio. I want to cry. I'm so excited about it. It'll happen really quickly. We're renting our house now, which I love, but we're going to rent it. We were going to maybe buy something, which was like scary and awesome. I've never owned a house before, but we're now renting another place that's bigger and awesome. We're going to be able to have retreats there. It's like, I'm freaking out. Okay. Malk, dude, guys, go look at Malk's videos because they're here on the Belive show. She does videos here or probably on her own page too. So it's the light. She says it's all about the lighting. It's also the depth though, because I have like a wall right here and you can see that behind Malk, she has like stuff, a cool set behind it. I know, a master bedroom streaming studio. It is. And there's like, I can't even, I'm so excited. And you guys, I'm like so stoked to take you there with me when we go. It's going to be so cool. There's a balcony outside of it. There's like windows with all this natural lighting too. So it might be, I was going to say it might be a bit of a challenge because of the natural lighting, but I think it's going to be okay. And then we can have the way that it's going to be, we can have like 4 different places with different backdrops. So I can like easily move between the backdrops. Now I'm telling you that because the way that I started is right here in the corner with the walls behind me. So you don't need any of that, right? It's gonna be so cool. Okay, so setting a system is super important. And then review it. So go back, look at the things that you're tracking, look at the system and keep fine-tuning it. So many people are afraid to get started because they don't have the perfect exact system in place. So they wait, or they spend a lot of money by plugging their stuff into someone else's funnel system or someone else's like exact process. And the thing that I love about the processes that we've developed is that there's a lot of, and I'm sure it freaks some people out because they're like, wait, I still have to work? Yes. but it's like, it allows it to be customized for you. It's not about using a template that's so specific that you pull you out of it. Because the most important thing in achieving a goal and really making a difference in this world is the fact that you are going to be a piece of the puzzle. Okay. Yes. Oh my gosh. See, Cindy says, oh, this makes me realize I'll be able to do 2 background areas and turn my rolling table to switch the backgrounds. Yeah. So that's one thing that's been really cool for the way that I have this set up. It's just a music stand. It's a conductor stand. I have done it with a tripod with an extra camera, but for me, as I shared, I have a problem with big rocks, right? So I have a tendency to love a very full calendar. And so I personally don't have not had the space to leave it set up that way and have not wanted to have the extra time to set it all up. I want it to be quick and easy. So I'm literally using my computer screen right now. I do use a filter tool. Let me show you. So there it is. I use this really cool filter tool. So I can actually change the brightness on my video if I want to. I can even do like an Andy Warhol effect. Watch. I can be like, whoa, I'm in a comic book. I can do all these crazy things. And it's just a little filter that I have. I can be like, I'm so grateful for you and I love you. Where are my little hearts? They're too high above my head. Okay. Anyway, maybe I'll leave the hearts on for right now. Okay. So there's like ways to make it super easy. It doesn't have to be crazy. Okay. So then you review it, right? And then here's the last thing that I'm going to say. If this all seems like overwhelming, get support. And that doesn't mean that you have to go out and join a crazy year-long coaching program, although I love our year-long coaching program. It doesn't mean you have to do that. It means that you could like have an accountability buddy that you decide like, hey, we're going to hold each other accountable to this. Because it's really easy to talk yourself out of working towards your goal. And let's go back to what I said in the very beginning about how everyone yesterday was afraid to even say what they wanted. And we were talking about this on my video on Belive's Facebook page, which I do on Wednesdays. I had a branding expert there. And I said, have you ever, and I would love to know if you've been there. I said, have you ever had a goal that you knew like in your brain and your heart that it's what you wanted, but you were afraid to write it down even in your own personal journal because you're afraid to put it out there? I've been there so many times and it's so silly. So we got to claim it, right? We have to say, I really truly believe that necklace is mine, right? Okay. I love it. We're going to wrap this up. I have a training right now for our Mall Stars group, which is my marketing membership. It's so good right now at this exact moment. It's only $47 a month. I did say the price was going to go up every Friday, but I took a little pause on raising the price. So it's going to stay 47 for a while. And then eventually it's going to start going up again. So we're doing a Facebook ads training in there. If you have any desire to like jump into more marketing stuff with me, you can go to mallstars.com and become one of our Mall Stars VIP. I know we have lots of Mall Stars VIP here in the house, which is awesome. I love this. Malk says, one of my favorite and least favorite things to do is watching my streams after I'm done. I notice every flaw and error, but I also learn from those flaws and errors. Totally. I do the same thing. And if you're not willing to go back that, right? Yes, Tamar says, not if we're with you. I won't let you quit. So true. You guys, my whole family loves Tamar's videos. We watch them together. They're so awesome. It's so good. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for being here. We are going to start this. Our new schedule for 2019 is Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific. We were on Mondays. I'm so stoked about this Friday move. You can also find me over at our Facebook page, Belive TV. I have a show called Camera Confidence Live where we talk business and live streaming and performance skills. I was a professional musical theater performer for like 20 years or something crazy like that. So this has been awesome. I love it. Remember, if you haven't gotten your free trial of Belive TV, just comment below with the exclamation point Belive, and our awesome bot will get the link to you so that you can jump in and try this awesome tool for free, which is so cool. Okay, Malk, Cindy, those of you who helped me to get rid of the trolls, thank you. And also, we should come up with a new name for that because I personally really love the movie Trolls. So, oh well. Okay. And thanks for the cheer. Malk cheered for 1 bit. Hooray. All right. I'll see you on Wednesday over at Facebook. And if you're in the Mall Stars, I'll see you in 15 minutes in our group. Okay. Bye. Turning down. Okay.